Hey YouTube, it's AllPrime13, and I've been doing mostly first impression videos recently because those are what people seem to be interested in, and that's mostly what this is going to be, but I'll probably do a full review since it's a little bit outside of what I normally do and it's not a terribly complicated figure. But I'm going to be looking at the Orion Pax Optimus mask. I know that they did a Bumblebee and Optimus Primal for like Rise of the Beasts. I wasn't really interested in either of those. I only have so much room and shelf space for things, so when it comes to gimmick figures, I usually stick to Optimus and sometimes Megatron and Grimlock. But yeah, we got our instructions here, and for anyone wondering, while this is, obviously aimed more towards kids, hang on, I'll just pull it out. It does have adjustable, stretchy material, whatever, straps. I am like 6 feet, I'm a pretty big guy, and I was able to get it on my head with no real issue. So, if by chance you're an adult wondering if it'll fit you, it's got a stretchy material, you can wear it. Obviously, it didn't cover my entire face because it's, meant for a smaller child. Like, my entire, chin was, out under the bottom. But you can at least wear it if you so want to. Anyway, here we got our product shots, or at least a preview. Kid wearing the mask and the robot mode. Got Transformers 1 and Optimus Prime. The movie came out a couple days ago at the time of filming this. I have not had a chance to see it because I haven't had time nor enough money to go and see a movie yet. But I do want to see it because I've heard that I've heard mixed things, but I definitely want to check it out. Here we got our kid wearing the mask again. We got our measurements. Got a kid playing with his robot mode. We got the movie poster, words and legal jargon, and that's it for the box. But overall, I wasn't sure what to really expect from this, seeing as how I didn't get the other mask formers. Obviously, it's just the front of the face. They're not going to do like a full helmet at like a basic retail. I'm pretty sure they've done those kind of things as like big collector pieces, but that's not what they're aiming for here. And obviously those aren't going to transform, but yeah, again, this is just a stretchy material. Excuse me. Here's a little nose guard here. We got his feet and his arms. You can tell what's where. And for the most part, the mask side of things is pretty accurate to how his face would look, more or less. It's a nice piece, and I'm thinking about possibly finding a way to hang it up as it is. The only real downside, I guess, is you can't really take these straps off. It would be nice if they clipped on. I understand why they didn't do that. It's for kids. They're probably gonna lose it, and it's whatever. They do kind of just hang out in the robot mode. The chest just sort of clips around this part, and then it just sort of sits there. But again, it's not meant to be a super detailed figure. It's just kind of what it is. So I am gonna go ahead and transform him here. So what we're gonna do first is we gotta sort of unplug this here to release the legs. We're gonna bring these feet down here for a second, and then we're gonna untab this like so. Do keep in mind that the legs do have to orient a certain way to plug in and everything to fit back together. It took me a little bit to figure out which way to put it back when I was first transforming him. But yeah, there are these pegs that peg into the face mask. These are just gonna sit back like so. Obviously he's gonna be super kibbly, but that's probably not a surprise to anyone. Then we're gonna reorient his legs and knees like so. Twist this around, bring that foot around and back down, and oh no, there we go. Bring his leg, you want his leg to look like this. We're gonna do the same with the other side. Just snap all that in. Nice solid ratchets, so that's good. Bring this around. And there we have his lower half. Then up here we're going to unpeg these arm pieces. And everything pegs in a couple places. Like his arms, you can sort of see there's a clip and there's like just a little, what almost looks like a screw port right here. It's kind of hard to see with the light right here. That they'll just sort of clip onto, but yeah. And then we just sort of want to untab this. There we go. There's a little tab here and here. Gonna untab this so that we can sort of get his arms out of the way. And then here we're going to just sort of stick all of this back here as we bring this whole assembly, let me move the camera up, down like so, and then this little tab is gonna lock everything into place, and then we can bring his head up like so. Then we're going to sort of reorient his arms. He's a little bit too tall for this. He is actually a fair bit bigger than I was expecting him to be. Okay, yeah, we want to orient his arms. When I first unpacked him, his hands were rotated 180 when he was in mask mode. You don't really have to switch them back to transform him as long as they're not like blocking anything. It's not really super hard to get them to fit into place. So yeah, we just want to sort of orient his arms, and then we're going to take his silver antenna piece, and that's just going to rotate up like so. I'll take this and rotate it like so. But yeah, he does sort of have like dangly, spangly arms, but they at least have like chunks to make them look a little more bulky. But yeah, there we have him in his robot mode. I mean, again, like he's just got the entire faceplate all in the back, and you just sort of stuff these away inside of his like chest cavity. But you know, overall, for what he is, I think he's great. I think he's fine. He's a cool figure. I think hung up in mask mode would probably be a better display option. But you know, he doesn't look terrible in robot mode. Obviously, he's got way more blue than normal. He's only got a little bit of his usual red because, you know, the top of the mask becomes his chest. He's not turning into a truck this time, for once. The one in a million time. But overall, I think he looks good. And yeah, like he is, you know, decently tall. I was not expecting him to stand so tall. I wasn't really sure what to expect from this, but like here he is next to Earthrise Prime. Like he's really got some height on him, because you know, I can't even get his smokestacks into the frame. But yeah, overall, he's a fun little figure. He's a nice gimmick figure, if he'll stop trying to fall over. Falling over is the right of all sentient beings. But yeah, you know, if you're into the, you know, sort of weirder, gimmicky side of some of these, you know, Transformers, you would probably enjoy this. I know that I think he's pretty interesting. It's technically my second piece of Transformers headwear after the little flip cap Optimus, the spring-loaded one. I should have brought him out. I could have done a comparison with him, but yeah, obviously this one you can actually wear. I mean, you can put the other one on top of your head, it just won't fit. But yeah, I definitely think this is a fun figure, and while obviously it's another one of those kitty gimmicky figures, I think there's, some fun to be had here. And, I don't always get to pick up the gimmicky figures, and I know a lot of them I really don't care for, especially the very, very basic ones, but I think this is fun. I like this. This is fun. It's an interesting figure that's just there for the laughs, really, just for the heck of it. And I think that, if we got more things like this, I would not be opposed to, maybe picking up a couple for some of my more favorite characters, like maybe Megatron, or who knows, maybe they could do another Jurassic Park crossover kind of thing and make a Grimlock mask that, roars and stuff. Who knows what they might do in the future. And probably not something like that, but I can dream. But yeah, overall, I'd give this guy a passing score. He's fun. And whether, I'm not really going to give him a number score this time, because this is really more of a, if you think it's interesting, you'll have fun with it. But if it's not your thing, you're not going to want it in the first place. It's not really a, what's the quality of it kind of thing. And, he's not, super cheap. I mean, obviously, he's got plenty of kibble. He's got some hollowness in the back of his legs. But he turns into a mask. Of course, he's going to have that. So, but yeah, those are my thoughts. And a look at the Optimus Prime / Orion Pax Transformers 1 mask figure.